Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually doing that right now. How many viewers? Should I still do the show? Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. You're the one that subscribed. Oh. Cool. Love you. How's it going? Today we're going to talk about sleep again. Everybody knows sleep is important, but for people that don't have a permanent resident or are just being cheap like me and not paying for it because trying to save money or whatever, we aren't really getting the most proper sleep. So I wouldn't call myself homeless, but when you think about homeless people on the street, the typical CBD street beggar, has a cardboard sign, that kind of guy. He's sleeping right there on the cardboard, on the concrete. He's not getting a proper night's sleep. And the typical characteristics they show: paranoid, they're acting like a crackhead. They might be a crackhead, but I don't think that with the case with all of them, I don't think it's the psychosis stuff is not just because of drugs or pre-existing mental conditions. I think it's the lack of sleep they're getting, and they're never really sleeping in the exact same spot every night, and the street kind of dangerous at night. So these guys are in a very unfamiliar place. Even though they've probably been sleeping on the street for a while, it's still very unfamiliar. And have you ever noticed when you sleep on a friend's couch or you stay in a strange hotel room, you're not getting proper sleep? It's like, so us as humans have evolved an evolutionary advantage. When we sleep in an unfamiliar place that could be dangerous, we don't fully go to sleep. There's parts of our brains that stay awake and don't get time to rest, because if a threat pounces on us through the night, we are more likely to wake up and be ready to fight said threat. 59, Peter Tripp. Peter Tripp decided he was going to go 8 days without sleeping. It was kind of all the rage back then. He wanted to go the 8. He wanted to beat everybody else. And he was a very intelligent person, and he was a very nice person. People say he was joyful. He put a studio in Times Square, and he started being a radio DJ, and he got up to 3 days of doing this straight, and he just went batshit crazy. He had doctors coming in to assess his mental well-being and make sure he's being looked after. And when his doctors would come on different shifts, in one case, a doctor came in and he thought this doctor was an undertaker, and he ran out down the street screaming because he thought he was going to get buried. And then his barber came in to shave his face, and he was just being a total prick to him. Like, a lack of sleep makes you a prick. 4 stages and get REM sleep. You got to do that for 9 hours, 8 hours, and if you're not doing that, you're going to go batshit insane. The 200 hours of no sleep. He finished it and then went to bed, and he slept for 24 hours, and after this 24 hours he said he felt fine, he felt normal again. But that was just a self-diagnosis. So shortly after this stunt, after Peter Tripp self-diagnosed and told everybody he was feeling fine, his wife filed for divorce, and his friends and colleagues said it wasn't the same Peter that came out of that stunt. That's not real evidence, that's just he said, she said stuff, but it's just something to think about. So if you're going to do the whole no residence, not paying for rent thing, you got to be really careful about putting in effort to get proper sleep, and I'll show you how to do that. I don't sleep in this setup because if I'm here after 9 o'clock, I get a $600 fine, so I'll show you where I sleep. here for the last few weeks. I really like this common room and we have access to it before 9 o'clock. So we can come in here with our student cards, tap on the door, and the door lets us in. If you come here after 9 and there's nobody in the room, you're on your own. One thing I'd like about the room, I've got nothing else to do but be productive. Yeah.
So you're probably starting to become nervous again.
Oh. I just realised I forgot to give you tips. Most people don't have access to a uni common room or friends they can couch surf with. So if you can't find...
Warning, low battery.
Fuck this, I'm tired.
Got a pill to increase your fame.
Hey, where you going?
They haven't got a pill to increase your
Maybe a majority of them thought what they were doing was right.
Last night wasn't a very good example of trying to get sleep. I only had, what time did I go to bed? 1 or 2. Fuck, I only like 4. 5. That wasn't a very good example. 15 minutes to pack all this stuff up before students start coming in. No security guards. So the cleaner already cleaned up at 12 o'clock last night, so she can come at a normal time at 3 o'clock, so that's pretty good. I kept waking up last night because I thought the security guards were going to come and catch me, but they didn't. I moved the bed behind this table, so I'd be less likely to be spotted if security guards walked in and out. I felt self-conscious. They're watching me through the camera, just don't know. Sleeping in these kind of places is you gotta find a place and frequently sleep there a lot. The more you sleep there, the more likely you're gonna have a more restful sleep. You'll be more at ease in your environment. Like a uni or a friend's couch you can sleep at, there's a few more options you can look into. Get a tent or a swag. Find a spot that you feel comfortable in. I would recommend rooftops. You know, out of the way rooftops where no one's going to be around, or if you're walking along train tracks in suburbs and towns, there's always unkept sections of land with shrubs, trees. You can park your tent, no one really walks along the train tracks, so you know there's a lot of areas. I'll put some examples up here. I'm out. See you next time.